Distributive property of multiplication. The distributive property of multiplication states that multiplying a sum by a number is the same as multiplying each addend by the number and then adding the products. This array shows 5 times 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. What is 5 times 6? 5 times 6 is 30. This means we have 30 circles. Now the array is broken into two smaller parts. They show 5 times 2 and 5 times 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and 1, 2 columns. On the right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. 5 times 2 plus 5 times 4. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 5 times 4 is 20. 10 plus 20 is 30. We can do 2 plus 4 equals 6 times 5 equals 30. You can write the multiplication fact different ways. 5 times 6 equals the sum of 2 plus 4 times 5, or 5 times 2 plus 5 times 4. Write the answer to each number sentence. For the distributive property, we can do 2 times 8 is 16, plus, I'm going to distribute the 2 here, 2 times 1 is 2, and that equals 18. For B, 6 times 3 equals 18, plus 6 times 7 is 42, and that equals 60. For C, I can distribute the 3. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 times 1 is 3, and that equals 15. 8 times 2 equals 16, plus 8 times 1 equals 8, and that equals 24. Question E, I can do 8 times 4, and that equals 32, plus 8 times 3, and that equals 24. And together that gives us 56. 12 times 1 equals 12, plus 12 times 0 equals 0, and that gives us 12. I can distribute the 4. 4 times 2 equals 8, plus 4 times 2 equals 8. 8 plus 8 equals 16. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 5 times 1 is 5, which gives us 40. I can distribute the 9. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 9 times 6 equals 54. And together, that gives us 81. For J, 99 times 1 is 99, and 1 times 1 is 1, and that gives us 100. Write the correct multiplication fact shown by each number sentence, then write the product. K, 7 times 7 equals 42. Here we have 12 plus 6 equals 18. Here we have 2 times 4 equals 8. Next we have 21 plus 9 equals 30. Then we have 10 times 2 equals 20. And then here we have 24 plus 48 equals 72. Use the distributive property of multiplication to write two different number sentences for each multiplication fact. We could do 4 times 10 plus 1. We could do 4 times 5 plus 6. These are just examples. Here we could do 6 times 5 plus 5. We could do 10 times 3 plus 3. Here we could do 12 times 7 plus 5. Oops, sorry, that should be a 5. Or we could do 12 times 9 plus 3. Here we could do, if I want to put 7 first, I could put 7 first. 7 times 3 plus 6. And 7 times 4 plus 5. Of course, these are all examples. You could write your own. Cross out the number sentence in each row that is not equal to the others. Our first problem U is 4 times 8, which equals 32. 4 times 4 plus 4, or 4 times the sum of 4 plus 4. So this would be 4 times 8, which equals 32. So that's good. Our next problem is the sum of 4 times 4 and 4 times 4, which is 16 plus 16, which equals 32. So that's good. Now here, 4 times 3 is 12, plus 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, so we're going to add those together, so that gives us 36. So this problem is not correct. V, 1 times 12 equals 12. So here we have 1 times 3 plus 4 is 7, so that equals 7. So that's not right. Here we have 1 times 6 plus 6, which is 12, and that equals 12, so that's okay. And here we have 1 times 3 plus 9, which is 12, and 1 times 12 equals 12, so that's okay. All right, 9 times 7 equals 63. And this is actually the distributive property because they factored out the 9. So 9 times 4 is 36, plus 9 times 3 is 27. And if you add those numbers together, you're going to get 63. So that's okay. All right, 9 times 3 is 27, plus 9 times 6 is 54. That's 81, so that's not going to work. And then 9 times 7 is 63, plus 0 equals 63. 6 times 3 equals 18. 6 times 1 plus 2, or 6 times the sum of 1 plus 2 is 3. So that equals 18. So that's good. And this would be 6 times 3 equals 18 again. And 6 times 2 is 12, plus 6 times 2 is 12, and that equals 24. And so that one should be crossed off.